Hey y'all, I'm erotema, and today I've got a ROM hack I'd like to talk to y'all about. I'm sure you're really surprised. Today this one's going to be a Super Mario 64 ROM hack I stumbled upon on romhacking.com called Sunshine Secret Book 64. Now, unfortunately, due to some issues on my end when it came to editing and publishing this video, I did have some issues with some of my footage, and I had to basically either re-record or skip out some parts of the video that I had, which I didn't want to do. So I popped on a stream, I started playing the game, and I figured I'd just do a little bit of a let's play before jumping into the standard typical review that I usually do. So let's check it out. Once again, this is Sunshine Secret Book 64 by Dan GPTV. You've just jumped into the realm of the secret book. But it looks like Bowser has been here too, and he's stealing the shines to power his evil plans. The sun is getting dim, and the river's flow is getting weak. Once all the shine power is gone, this realm will disappear, and the secret book won't have an ending. Shine Sprite Castle is just ahead. Jump into the paintings to restore the shines. Dan GPTV is who made this hack. Music programming by Alex GPTV, Dan. Beta testing. See some familiar names from other hacks. There's the tools used. All right, cool. So we got our credits. There we go. Good. So more Sunshine Secret Book 64. Here we go. No music. Kind of odd. See, it's kind of reminiscent of the original castle area from the base game. Just a little different. Got Toad over here.
I once thought this river was strong enough to wash the fence at the other end downstream. Just a few shines should get it back the way it was. If anyone could do it, it would be you, Mario.
That's right. That's right. It would be. Mario. Sir Mario himself. Here we go. So this is our castle. It is a very small version of a castle. See one painting over there, one over here, and some doors. So pretty big, obviously Battlefield, Bubble Battlefield / Womp vibes going on here. Standard grassy fields kind of first level. Oh, I forgot this runs like absolute dog shit on the simulator. Hold on, we'll try something else here. Hey, ROM hackers, that sound effect, if we could just never do that again, if we could just kill that from Mario 64 someday, that'd be incredible. Just saying, from a fan. Also, the really don't need that anymore either. Especially if you've got a bunch of jumps in a row that are going to make him do that every time. I played a hack yesterday that did that, and I wanted to pull my hair out. Especially because I kept failing and had to keep save stating, so I kept hearing every couple seconds. Alright, you freaking bastard. Let's go. I do expect to dethrone you once more, actually. I think I can. You may have superior speed on your side. But this is an even duel with my water bomb cannons. I don't know about that. Nope. Do I find myself lying on my back having a self-pitying monologue with myself again? Alas, I must hand you my shine. It seems as though artifacts such as these cannot be stolen for long. I don't know, ask the British. They might know something about that. So we got BBO, Big Babam, on the fortress taken care of. We have one Shine Sprite so far. Now let's save here. Let's get this guy taken care of again. Overall, great music and great graphics in this hack. It's one of the things that impressed me the most about it. It looks great, it sounds great, it's got good variety. And also, the game will keep going here and let you keep jumping while holding a different direction. Don't like that. That's kind of weird. But so, fun fact for anyone who wants to know. Toad was to the left here. Oh, it's gated off. Okay, never mind. You have to have a certain number of stars. That's right. Toad tells you that, and I just ignore him because he's a toad. Does not deserve respect or acknowledgement. Real quick. Chain Chomp's switch. So this one's fun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Yep. I'm just gonna go ahead and let that reset. Chia. Second stage. Gusty glaciers. Ice swamp atop the glacier. This is another good stage. Very good snow stage. Always a big fan of snow stages. Well, at least in Mario. Probably would have felt differently if I wasn't really a Mario 64 kid and I was a classic Mario kid, but maybe not. Who knows? Fuck those guys. I keep forgetting this isn't RetroArch, and I keep trying to hit my save state button that isn't my save state button on Mupin. So usually in vanilla hacks that have 100 coin stars, I will just get the 100 coin star out of the way as quickly as possible. I feel like it's usually a good way to explore the level and figure out where the hell I'm going. Sometimes I don't. Usually that'll be my first step. Tackle your body. No! I knew it. Yeah, we ain't losing our hat, that's for sure. That's always bad news. Don't want to lose your hat. Never want to lose your hat in Mario. Yeah, let's just let that guy go. Leave him alone for now. Boing. And go up to King Womp. Ice Womp. Hey, bud. There he is. Big old Ice Womp himself with the teeth.
Hold it right there. Bowser told me to look out for someone small and ready to try to lay hands on the shine I defend. Just because I'm made of ice doesn't mean my reflexes are as glacial as the King Womp's. But I may be a bit more brittle. Have at you.
Yeah, okay. Still don't take nothing, buddy. You did fail at protecting your shrine. You failed quite miserably at protecting it, I would say. And alright, we're back to the standard review. So, I've learned to understand and appreciate the crucial differences between something massive like Mario in the Multiverse, something short and sweet like Peach's Fury, and something that sort of falls in between the two extremes, like Sunshine Secret Book 64. My point is, not every Super Mario 64 ROM hack needs to try to pull off the size and scope of the vanilla experience, and it doesn't need to be something like Universal Constellation, B3313, Mario in the Multiverse, any game that has over 120 stars. That's not really necessary. Really, all that it needs to do is just kind of have entertaining, tight gameplay. Some of the most entertaining and satisfying times that I've spent with N64 mods so far have been from short hacks and concept mods and mid-sized stuff like Secret Book 64. It's one of those classic situations of quality over quantity, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, the area of the game you're seeing right now is actually the Cap Island area that I alluded to earlier in the video when I mentioned the spot that the Toad was talking about downriver. When you enter this little stage, there are 3 of the switches to unlock the different caps in the game, the wing, the metal, and the vanish cap. And then there'll be a shine that you can unlock for each of the different caps on your way back to the center from the switch. I thought that was pretty interesting. Cool way to do it. It's also really cool that you can knock out all 3 of the caps in one run. You don't actually have to leave this stage, pick up one of the shines, you can just go right back and get the other ones. It's also nice to just have all those caps unlocked pretty quickly from the start. Unfortunately, this game does have a few shines that are only accessible with those caps, so you might find yourself in a spot where You'll see a shine, but you can't quite reach it or don't know how to reach it because you don't have something that you need, unfortunately. That did happen in the base game a couple times and, in several of the different ROM hacks, but in this one, you might have to leave the stage a couple times and come back. It's not really a big deal, but it is one of those things to keep in mind, so you can't always get every single star for each stage on your first rip, and you might have to come back to it after visiting another stage. The cool thing is, like I mentioned before, there are so many different shines in this game. They're a lot of fun to collect, and I really like that there are just so many custom assets and different objects and scenarios in this game that really weren't in the base game, or could have been but weren't. For example, you can use the metal cap to break through the ice of one of the stages to get a certain star. That's pretty cool. You can use the vanish cap with the shell in this game to get through these cages to earn some coins that you'll need to get for one of the shrines in that level. I also really like the different biomes in the game. As you can see here, Mario's in a bit of a cave/mining underground town stage. I like this one a lot though, it was cool. Had a lot of bats and Monty moles, things like that. There's also this stage here near the end of the game. I believe it's the last stage of the game before the Bowser stage, but it's a gigantic tree that has a couple different slides coming off of it, as well as all these different crazy platforms and stuff floating in the air. It reminds me of Click Clock Wood from Banjo-Kazooie mixed with Rainbow Ride from the original game a little bit. And I had a real fun time playing this one. Going up the tree was really fun. Definitely some tight, challenging platforming areas, but it might have been a little frustrating sometimes to climb all the way back up the tree after falling. Way less frustrating if you use save states, but who does that, right? But you'll just have that when you have verticality like this in a stage, which I do like seeing from time to time. And again, some of the challenges like this floating pole section near the top of the tree, pretty cool. Gets the heart racing as you're getting higher and higher on the tree. And if I recall correctly, the first time that I played through this game not too long ago, this is around the point of the game where I realized I was just really having a great time, and this moved itself up from like a B or a low A tier hack to almost an S tier hack. There really was only one shine in the entire game, of 40 of them, that I didn't care for, and it was this one right here in this lava stage. Basically involved these shifting tiles. You had to get underneath the shifting tiles to find the secret areas, and the only way to get to those secret spots was by dropping through the floor, which was a challenge because it shifts really quickly. That star took me way too long to get. It was kind of a pain in the ass, but that being said, it's not really all that bad. In the very same stage, I really enjoyed the red coin star getting across all these logs, and then the boss fight against the electrified bully, where you have to submerge him somehow using the metal platform he's standing on. You basically have to just stand there and wait until the last second until he falls in the lava. Like I said, these metal platforms here on the lava stage are really cool. They're custom objects that weren't in the original game, not that I can recall anyway. Standing on them to sink them into the lava a little bit is how you basically take care of the bullies, and you gotta keep Mario from falling in the lava like I did there. And then of course the ice stage has some pretty interesting challenges too. Like this one here, you have to push this block to get to a gap that's in the wall way up above. You climb the pole to get up there. Now, as you're going to see here in a second, I got a little impatient and wasn't sure exactly where I was at in the room, so let's see, am I far enough? No. So I got to go back down and push a little further. And then once Mario does push this to the right spot, climbs up and goes in the hole, there's actually a switch inside of this little cave area here. You'll press and jump up these little boxes and get another shine. First couple times I tried this, I definitely hit the boxes and knocked myself into the pit a few times. This shine here in the snow stage, you have to get the metal cap to make it up the tower, because the wind will blow you off unless you have the metal cap. Pretty cool. Playing whack-a-mole for 100 coin star. At this particular point in my playthrough, I'm actually just kind of doing a cleanup of the last few stars that I need from the different worlds in the game that I hadn't collected before. I realized I really hadn't done much in the underground city stage until now, so I knocked out a bunch of those stars at once, like this one here where you gotta go up and get into the cannon, fire yourself at these boxes hanging above a little grate, and fall on the star. I love when the cannon challenges are short and sweet like that. One of these challenges in the lava stage required me to combine the vanish cap with the turtle shell, as I'd mentioned before, so scoop up the turtle shell from this item box and hop on and skate your way to those coins. You get all 5 of them and you get the shine. It's pretty cool. I love whenever they have the shell sliding stars or shines, whatever they happen to be. I think those are always a lot of fun, and obviously some of the ROM hacks that are specifically based around those are awesome. Here's a race against Scoop the Quick again, a rematch. It's a super short course, but that's not really the problem. You gotta fly this time, and this time, guess what he's got? Was your guess a fucking air glider, bro? In this tricky little platforming section with moving platforms, playing a lot of hurry around and wait, but you get the shine inside of a hot air balloon. And then for the final red coin star, gotta do a little bit of monkey bar action to get over to it. You love to see that. underutilized part of Mario 64. The final stage of the game does take place in the Sky Fortress kind of areas from Super Mario Bros. 3. Unfortunately, in my original recordings for this level of the game were completely lost, and I only have this image of it, so I guess I can't really spoil the last Bowser fight. Unfortunately, you'll just have to take my word for it that I got all 40 shines, but I did. This one definitely gets a 4 out of 5 stars. The things that I have to say that are bad about it are... And I had a lot of fun playing this game. It's definitely one of the best Super Mario 64 ROM hacks that I've played. Definitely one of the ones that's gotten the least amount of praise that I've seen. You hear about B3313 and Star Road and Last Impact and Mario in the Multiverse, Shotgun Mario, but you don't hear about the Sunshine Secret Books very often, or the Magical Lands. I'm definitely wanting to shine a little bit of light on hacks like this that I find that I enjoy. Very few and far between. Might not have the most impressive changes to the overall formula. They're not too iterative, and they're interesting enough in their own right, and keep somebody like myself that enjoys playing Mario 64 just at its core, just gives you a little bit more to do. So that's about going to do it for this one. I think the next review that I plan on doing will be up very soon, and hint, it's actually already done, and I'm in the process of making the script for it, finishing that up, so should be in the next couple days. Just let it be a surprise what it's about. It is another Mario 64 hack, but after that, I will be jumping onto something different. So there will be something a little different on the channel soon. Anyway, I've been erotema. Thank you for listening and watching. I hope you had a good time checking out the game with me. Definitely recommend it. Check out romhacking.com, and shout out to DanGPTV and all the different ROM hackers on there who make all these games for free. It's a labor of love. Couldn't thank them enough for it. Anyway, been erotema. Drink some water, call your mom, say something nice to a random person, and have a good day. Oh, and maybe like and subscribe. I don't know if you want to. It's up to you. Bye.